This video will discuss tone. The tone of a piece of writing is the attitude of the writer towards the subject material. It is how the writer feels about her or his topic. You can recognize the tone or attitude in writing from the word choices and details the author makes. What descriptive language does the author use to convey her or his opinion or perspective on the subject? Can you infer how the author feels about the subject material? It's fairly easy to figure out tone in spoken language because we can hear the tone of voice and decipher whether the speaker feels happy, angry, worried, or excited. Can you say, "I'm going to the party" in an excited tone? I'm going to the party! Now say, "I'm going to the party" in a whiny tone. I'm going to the party. Hear the difference? It is more difficult to figure out the tone in a selection of writing because we can't hear the writer. So, we need strategies to determine how the writer feels. The first thing we should do is decide if the writer feels positive, negative, or neutral emotions on the subject material. For example, positive could be excited, optimistic, cheerful. Negative could be bossy, angry, condescending. Neutral, objective, reflective, practical. The second strategy is to pick out words that the author has used to reveal their attitude. What words allowed you to make that gut instinct reaction from step number 1? For example, positive, you could read gleefully, grin, sweet smell. Negative, violent gestures, stinking breath, rotten. Neutral, not that bad, peaceful. The third strategy we can try is to read the work out loud. Tone can be revealed when a work is read out loud, and we can hear how each word sounds next to one another in a sentence. Finally, try to visualize some of the words used by the author. What sort of picture do they create in your mind? What emotions do you associate with these pictures? The following statements reveal different attitudes about a winter's day. Can you pick out the tones in each of these examples? You can choose optimistic, fearful, angry, comforting, and tolerant. Number 1. This may have been a cold winter, but it really hasn't been that bad. The tone of this sentence is tolerant. The words "really hasn't been that bad" show that the writer accepts the situation while recognizing winter could have been worse. Number 2. It certainly is cold out there today, but the forecast calls for warmer temperatures tomorrow. The tone of this sentence is optimistic. The writer expects better weather tomorrow. Number 3. The harsh gusts of cruel cold wind pummeled against her body as she struggled to find her way home. The tone of this sentence is fearful. The writer chooses words that establish the fierceness of the winter storm. Harsh, cruel, cold, and pummeled. Further, the character is struggling to find her way home. We can infer she feels fear. Number 4. If only I had a warmer jacket. I wouldn't be freezing in this miserable damp weather. The tone of this sentence is angry or even bitter. The writer resents the cold weather and lack of a warm jacket. Number 5. After building the biggest snowman ever, Cassie rushed into the house where she knew her mom was waiting in front of the fireplace with a cup of sweet hot cocoa. The tone of this sentence is comforting. Cassie knows that at the end of a fun day, her mother will be waiting to warm her up. So, for a quick summary, you just need to remember that while both tone and mood deal with emotions centered around a piece of writing, they are actually quite different. Tone is the attitude an author takes towards the audience, the subject, or the character. Tone is conveyed through the author's words and details. On the other hand, we have mood. Mood relates to emotions that you, the reader, feel while you are reading a piece. Sometimes the mood will change as characters or the plot changes. They can be conveyed by an emotion or emotions through words. The way a reader feels about a piece can be determined through facial expressions, gestures, and in the tone of voice used. Given that they are definitely different, we'll focus more on mood in the next section.